Ethel was a largemouth bass. And if you've never heard of her, you may be wondering, why all this fuss for a fish?
A big cold front had come through, and we were just going down the side of a creek. I reached down, picked up my rod, made one pitch in there, boom. Brought her to the boat, netted her, and that was it.
Back before '86, bass fishing was primarily fish caught for food. People kept the big fish and released the little fish. And we realized that the larger fish were so valuable that we had to change the direction from a consumptive sport to recreation. And when Ethel came on the scene, we began to realize that we could raise these big fish, and from that day on, Texas became known as a mecca for big bass.
The lure of the big fish worked. It gave a lot of validity of a fish that big of what the Parks and Wildlife was doing to further the fishing in Texas and the big fish.
And they were saying that a state record had been caught.
Ethel just dropped in out of the blue.
The first sherrilunker entered into the program.
I mean, the program just went from 0 to 100 miles an hour just because of that one fish.
The Fisheries Center would not be here, I don't believe, if we had not had Ethel.
And their eyes look clear for now. First thing we do is examine the fish. We make sure that it's in good condition to spawn. At which point we'll then insert a microchip called a pit tag, which has a number which we can identify the fish once it's released back into the lake.
She was a spotlight to showcase the sport of bass fishing. And that fish was just the most shining example of what can happen if you really manage your resources properly and pay attention and invest in the future.